Good morning, YouTube family. It's a beautiful Sunday morning here in San Antonio, Texas. Just wanted to make a short video and just to say hello, and just wanted to share how beautiful this day is. I got my two pals here. Buddy, say hi. Look, buddy. I got my pal Buddy here. Where is he? Buddy, look at me. Look at me. Say hello. Say hello. Look. Buddy, darn it. Where are you? Oh, there he is. And we got a husky somewhere. Let me see. Anyway, they're here just kicking back with me. Anyway, guys, leave me alone. No, I don't want to talk to you now. Oops. Yeah. Just wanted to share how just how beautiful a day it is here in South Texas. Also wanted to talk about. I shot a video yesterday. I think I had bought some coconut oil and some coconut oil. They're messing around over there. And some roast beef. And I also was talking about these 2-gallon buckets that I had bought, food grade, and how I used also 5-gallon buckets. But how I store away like my dry goods such as rice, white rice, beans, and all-purpose flour. I forgot to mention, as part of that storage, I do put in oxygen absorbers. Some people put different amounts. It depends on what you're putting in there, and it's recommended by the storage, by how big the container is, how many oxygen absorbers to put in there. So what you got to take into account is the space that the dry goods is going to take up in the bucket. Some might not take up as much space. As far it in other words, it what's the word I'm looking for? It displaces the air inside the container. So there's a chart that we use that comes with the oxygen absorbers, and like with white rice, they recommend. Estrella, let me see. Hold on. Look, Estrella. Sorry guys. Sorry about that. With white rice, it takes, I believe, like with so many, it goes by the pounds, by the amount, of course. And I'll share that with you. I just wanted to share with y'all that I do use oxygen absorbers for long-term storage. I don't just like put them in there, and I don't just, let's see if you can see. Yeah, they're running around back there. They're happy. So yeah, and I'll put a chart out. I'll share a chart with y'all how much I put in there in case y'all are interested. I also use when I first started, I used mason jars. They're, I believe, like a half a gallon. They go by the quarts. I'll share them with y'all. I'll make another video, and a lot of this information I got it from Rudy from Alaska Prepper. He has a lot of good information. This morning there's a lot of good videos out there talking about, well, what's going on, what's next, what are we, what is going on, the state of the world, what's gonna happen. It's very easy to get caught up in all the bad things going around, especially if you're awake and you're informed and you don't pay attention to the mainstream media and their propaganda. It's also very easy to not be aware, thinking that everything's okay. It's like a fine line. You don't want to live all negative, and I'm just aware. I mean, I don't get depressed about it or get down about it, even though sometimes I'll admit it does weigh on me a little bit, mainly for my kids. Estrella, you're drooling all over the place, man. Go over there. Look, let's show them how beautiful you are. Let's see, where are you? There you are. That's my baby right here. It's Estrella. All right. Go over there. Go play. Andale. Go play. it's very easy to you know, go one way, like not be aware of anything and just thinking that nothing, you know, everything is okay, and not be preparing. And then also, you know, you could get so caught up that you stress yourself out. But I just go take it day by day. I prepare, mainly for my grandkids, my children. You know, I've lived, um, although that don't mean I'm ready to die. You know what I mean? But Estrella, come on, man. You're just all breathing on me. Go over there. Andale. Go play. Yes, I love you. Yes. Andale. Go play. Go play with buddy. Go find your brother. Go find your little brother. Go. Andale. Psst, psst. So also we gotta keep. Oh, sorry guys. Let's see. We gotta keep a good attitude for our children. A good positive attitude for our children, our grandchildren, because they sense the vibe, and they can sense when things are wrong. And I've always been an outgoing person, always very positive for the most part. Sometimes people do get on my nerves, but you know, um, before I forget, there was a question asked about what's you know, what's gonna happen, or what do I think. They were asking on another YouTube channel, what do we think is gonna happen, and how do we see everything playing out. um, I just believe that the mask mandates are going to continue. They're going to keep on, the authorities, quote unquote, the authorities are going to keep on talking about there's new strains. So take a vaccine, even if you take a vaccine, you still have to wear a mask, which doesn't make any sense. You still have to social distance. So why even take the vaccine? You know what I mean? I mean, what's the point? Um, just my opinion, guys. I believe these things will continue. Like I said, here in Texas, things are pretty much open. I mean, the only thing you notice about anything is that you gotta wear a mask when you walk into a restaurant. Of course, when you sit down, what's good is that, like around your table, there's a force field. So when you sit at that table, you can take off your masks, and there's a force field so that you don't get the coronavirus. You know what I mean? But anyway, um, yeah, the thing that people got to keep in mind though is that uh, the economy is being kept going by the printed money. It's basically they're pumping money. Uh, they're they're artificially putting money into the system to keep everything going, and you know, that kind of leads me to something that I want to talk about. It was I won't call it an epiphany. It was just this thought that flashed through my mind. But my brother-in-law had mentioned, I think it was last week or a couple of weeks ago. You know, we were out here and having one of our chats, right? And he's talking about how the richest man could basically take care of the whole world. The richest man has so much money that he could take care of the whole world basically by himself, whoever that is. And I was watching a movie, right? We like to distract ourselves with some movies and stuff. We don't have cable, we have internet. But there's a movie talking about how this guy, as just part of the plot, this guy, so the world's basically almost like paradise, right? And the way it got like that, one of the reasons it got like that was because this guy was mining asteroids, and with all that money, he gave everybody in the world a base salary of $500,000, right? So it's almost like propaganda for UBI. But honestly, guys, in theory, this person, it could be done like that. And I know they talk about hyperinflation and this and that, but you know, those are just numbers. This system should have collapsed a long time ago if we were using accounting principles, right? Generally accepted accounting principles. But they left that a long time ago. So they basically have been keeping the economy going just by the rules, So in a way, that tells me that, honestly, in theory, guys, in theory, with all the technology has advanced to the point where humanity, we really don't have to work. We really don't. Our taxes pay for the research and development. Back in the day when taxes did actually go to the debt, now it's basically just, it's lip service. I mean, it pays probably some of the interest on it, but it's just, taxation is just a way to keep everybody in control, right? But anyway, that's another whole nother subject. But my point is that all these stimulus checks that are being passed out, and all these stimulus, I don't know what you call them, stimulus programs, I guess. They're just basically printing money and giving it out, right? It is kind of like a practice run for UBI, meaning Universal Basic Income. The economy, if it was left to work the way it was supposed to, we'd be in like a Mad Max scenario right now, right? But I've come to learn that the system will collapse only when the people that run it say it's time for it to collapse. It doesn't have to. It could go on forever. I don't care. You can tell me all the rules. You could tell me all the hyperinflation, not enough products to cover the amount of money, all that. Guys, I understand all those rules. I understand inflation, hyperinflation, deflation. I understand those things very well. But if they want to, they can keep this going on forever. Honestly, they can. All the extra money right now is in the stock market, okay? So just check this out. They say there's too much money in the system, right? Well, on the balance sheet, and actually they've been doing this for a while. Just get all that extra money and throw it in a black hole and just put it in a holding pattern. You know what I mean? Just say, like, I'm just throwing a number out there. Look, we got all this money, extra money, right? Okay, so guess what? I'm just throwing a scenario out there, and then y'all tell me what you think. They can say, let's say they have like $5 trillion extra, that if it goes into the economy somehow, it'll collapse everything, right? Hyperinflation. Okay, well, you know what? Don't put it into the economy. Put it away and throw it in a black hole, right? And just dump it in there and say we're gonna bring it out in 500 years. We'll go get it in 500 years. Problem solved. I know that's being very general, very theoretical, but honestly, guys, that's all they would do. And like I said, you can quote me rules, you can show me the Keynesian economics, you can show me Hermetical theory, Encyclopedia Hermetica. It talks about all that, but I could talk about this forever. It all comes down to energy, the sun, calories, blah 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 blah. But really, they could keep this going forever, and they know that. Most people don't know that. Anyway, so the economy, though, it'll collapse when it's time for them to collapse it. Right now, honestly, we really should have collapsed already. So I'm assuming that they are gonna collapse it. That's the way we all should be preparing. So I collapse. I prepare by getting extra food, extra water, maintaining vehicles, medical supplies. If possible, I try to invest whatever I have extra. I try to, hopefully they'll keep it going. because if not, then it's gonna get savage. If they really want to collapse it, then we're gonna go back to basically to like a Mad Max scenario, and it'll be every man for himself. And the military, the law enforcement will be used to protect the elites. And so if it gets like that, um, it's every man for himself. So I don't know if they're gonna do that, if they're gonna allow it to get to that point. Most people, they don't want to die. They're afraid of death, so they're gonna comply, and they're gonna submit to the authorities, and they'll do what they're told. When you're starving or when you're thirsty, and the only people that can get you what you need to survive, I guess you'll roll over and do what they tell you to do. So anyway, I went a little bit longer than I thought, but I just wanted to, I guess, just share my thoughts. These videos, guys, these videos are kind of like a way for me to talk to y'all and have a conversation, and hear your feedback on the comments or whatever. And you know, there's other, the prepper community is full of like some very amazing people. And the funny thing is that most of us think along almost like the same. We're kind of like-minded, and you could tell. And the subscribers, we're all kind of like-minded, and maybe we're just preaching to the choir here, bouncing ideas off of each other. But it's it's like a release for me. um I get to talk to y'all and share my ideas, and um just get to maybe just vent out the things that are on my mind, or the things that are weighing on my shoulders. um but anyway, guys, it's a beautiful day here. Enjoy the day with your families. For those of y'all that watch football, enjoy the Super Bowl. um you know Hey man, you get your distractions where you can. you know uh I don't care who wins. It's, you know when both teams are red. Yeah, red. I'm cheering for the green, if you know what I mean. um yeah, guys, it's a beautiful day here. We're gonna be It's almost time to start getting all the soil ready. And by the way, my grapefruit tree it's blooming. I mean, the leaves are coming out. So luckily, our goat Charlotte, she didn't kill it for good. It's coming out, so hopefully it'll flower this year. It was supposed to flower, but I'll be making more videos. As here in South Texas, it's gonna get to spring pretty fast. By the end of this month, the trees will start budding. About late February, around there, in a couple of weeks, I'm thinking. It's unbelievable this day. It almost feels like spring. It's still fresh, a little bit windy, but man, it's a beautiful, gorgeous day. So I wish y'all were here, guys. All right, well, y'all have a great day. Y'all have a peaceful day. Enjoy your day with your families, and y'all take care of each other and love each other. That's what we're here for, guys. Okay, God bless.